Hello, welcome to Narrow Gauge Island. Narrow Gauge Island is just a small side project, let's call it like this, to the Berlin card yard. In here I'm going to deal with railway instead of ships, and I do have the idea till mid-90s to build a railway, narrow gauge railway, based on 009 rail track and N gauge chassis, and I was able to find a scale I'm happy with. The scale is sounds a little bit dramatic. It is 5.5 millimeters to the foot. That is something around 1 to 54, 55, 56, something like this. So it is very close to 28 millimeter height figures from Tabletop. And due to this, I can show you the figure is so here. So yes, get out. So this is 28 millimeters. It is always the height of the eye, not of the head, because you've got chaco that are and helmet that are very high, tall. So we've got 28 millimeters in here for this figure. And what I've done is I've drawn a locomotive that is for Narrow Gauge Island. Now, the idea of this locus is 10, 15 years old. And what I tried to do is to have a very nifty design. Nifty does mean I've got plenty of curves, I've got plenty of sharp curves to go through, and for more than 2 axles in a boogie it is impossible to go around, as we do build a industrial layout. What you can see here is the motor wagon that is in front of here. Here we've got bowl, which is like on an accordion. I've forgotten the vocabulary, and so it is in here. So these 2 parts can flex, and the same like this we've got at the very end again. So the cabin with the diesel tank is hanging in the middle. And due to the fact that it is such big, the like you've got on the guards wagon, we've got these windows in here, and these windows should be able to give a clear view to the front. Yes, that's the first idea. So what I will use Kato motor chassis. This is the type 11109. It is, everything is to scale in here without the length of the motor boogie, because if you look at this, hopefully you can see it. It might be better. You can see it is a little bit too short. So what we are going to deal with in the very first place is the hanging cabin in the middle. My idea is I've got metal. That's annoying. We have a shiny metal part in the front, dark blue, with an gold bronze cooler in the front. Here you can see it. we've got a red front plate and a white coupling. This is the usual Arnold standard N coupling. I decided not to go to any other kind of couplings recently to be able to use the flexibility of this. This may change to a chain coupling, but I'm not really sure about it recently. So then we've got these doors. And as you can see in here, these doors are a little bit backwards inside. So we've got the axle for the bending in here. Due to this, we do get some kind of stability into it. The engine will be just I think, green dummy in here, and for the chassis top, I want to use from the company is called Auhagen, and what she does is very, very nice wooden fencing, boards, floors, etc. So if you look at this, these are really fine in detail, and so I will be able to cut out the floor in here from this. Then I will be able to glue walls aside and build these the motor chassis, the cabin, hanging cabin in here. We will use parts from servos to handle the action from a servo to a working place. I don't know what the English word for it is recently, and so it is hanging on here on a pivot, on a ballish pivot, hanging in here, being hold in here too, and due to this we've got these the possibility to go around very, very curvy layout. The problem is I've just got the space of something like 2.5 closely to 3 meters and 300 millimeters in depth. So I must be able to turn the whole train, the locomotive and the wagons in between 280 millimeters on 180 degrees. That's it. Number one. Number two is as we are on the let's call it's just a playlist of Berlin Card Yard. We do have the possibility to work with things like this. These are cardboard screws. These are the let's have a look. I do think it's just 1 millimeter or 2, and these I've looked for. I've searched for metal ones, and they are much more expensive. These here are something about €0.5, 65 or no 56 cent per. It's 100 screws. We've got also our wheels, and I do like them very, very much because they are very fine done, and for the handbrake of the wagon and the locomotive they are really great. They are, compared to our guy, they are big, but they are not, let's call it, too big. So here we've got him, and here we do have got these wheels. Yes, so this is this. Then we've got we've got nuts with holes in it, 1.2 millimeters in here. We've got further, I don't think they are called knobs in English, I don't know really, knobs for the locomotive and the cabin. They are quite big if you take them to scale with the driver. We've got several other. Yeah, these are smaller. These are 3 millimeters 3-spoked handles. So these are very nice to use in the locomotive. Let's go back to the locomotive, because the locomotive is really part of the story. The idea is to have a railway that is in the very, very early time of diesel engine. And the idea is it is a railway on a narrow gauge island, so it is called. It is just an island. And the problem is we have to find a solution, or I find a solution, is wind. So the railway is a freelance railway, never expected to be built, but it is on the Hebrides. So if you drive beside the coastline, and that's the idea about it, you get plenty of wind into the smoke box, and so flames are rushing into the driver's compartment when the fire door is opened. And so the company decided to change to diesel as soon as possible. And due to this, we've got very big engine parts with big and clumsy engines with 2 cylinders, something like this, 2 or 3, and so they are forced to bring the system like a Garrett locomotive. The Garrett locomotive usually a Garrett locomotive is like this. You've got a wheels. Then you've got the tender on top. Then you've got hanging in between the boiler, the chimney and the boiler. And then you've got the cabin on here. And here, and here you've got the second part of the tender with coal and water also. So it is also a concept that is very nifty to go around curves and things like this. So that's called Garrett. And as I do have got a diesel engine, or 2 diesel engines to be precise, I do the following. I've got the diesel engine, patch, just with 2. Then we've got the cooler in the front in here. So then we've got the engine in here, something like this. Then we've got a mid of the axles. We've got the pivot with a coupling. This is going on here. Then it is running over here, going back to the second pivot. That is also here, and here. Sorry, it is just a sketch. And the main problem is we've got the cabin hanging in between. It is not put on here, but it is on here, and so it is I will call it Garrett, from Diesel Garrett. And so we've got these very clumsy machines, and as you can see, we've got a very, very big engine room. And as on guards wagons, we've got the lookout. I don't know, I have to search for a word, I don't know it. And so you can see a side, alongside of the engine. And due to this, we've got these doors. These are sliding doors, so they can go to the left and the right. And now we can see the tank is a little bit too thick, but as you can see in here, it is realistic to where I've got this here. We've got this part, and that is this is a sliding door. Let's have a look. So here and here, and then we've got this in here, and then here we've got the locomotive, the engine. One moment. So we've got the engine in here. So a person is going to sit here. Here are the legs, this. So it is possible to drive from this place, from this seat. And that makes the whole story, let's call it round, as we would say in Germany. So we've got this figure in here, and the seating figure is going to drive into one direction. So as the signal is always on the right side, like here. So when he's going to drive in this direction, he has to sit in here. If he's driving on the other side, he has to sit here to be close to the window. Yes, and what you can see in here, marvelous, light is going on and off, great. Let's have a look. This is the HB2. Now I need the hard one, that is blue. Okay, what we have got in here is my usual doodlings I do for all my projects, and now I'm going to try to build to get a proper technical drawing from it. In particular, for this one, it is only dealing with the center cabin without of the pivot. I have to deal with this separately. That's not that easy. Yes, and that will be our next part of the playlist. What I want to say is, it is this. It is not a channel. It is just a playlist. Will be updated due to progress and not due to schedule. And I do work on this cabin at the very first, and when I've got some progress, I'm going to show it to you. And the most important thing is I have to get space for the railway, and I've decided to build it in a depth of 30 millimeter deep, because that's what's given by the IKEA EVA shelf, and with a height of only 30 centimeters. So I'm able to keep the rest of my books in the shelf. Okay, so this is my, let's call it problem. Yes, that's so. I've got I've collected over the years plenty of Kato wagons, plenty of small locomotives from Arnold, even a 060. It is called Anna, I do think, a steam engine. I'm not really sure if I want to build a Garrett with this, and if I'm able to pass through my Konus, yes, to my layout endings, because it is 28 centimeters is the very end of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with this drawing, and I think it is quite boring to look over my shoulder doing this, and so when there's further progress, I'm going to make a new video on this progress. So thank you very much, have a nice day, and best wishes from Berlin. Bye. Na, guck mal her. Wupp. This is a locomotive. Let's have a ruler in here. This is a locomotive. This is a side view. I do think I need a third door for the engine. And this is a top view showing the first ideas about the cabin with the doors and maintenance hatches inside. So that's not really it is just a sketch, as you can see, and it is as you can see in here, it's a little bit too wide, so I will have to shorten the widths to 25 to 28 millimeters to, let's have a look in here, to avoid the top weight on this locomotive. My idea is to get the lower part from the very stiff plywood, and then to get to lighter and lighter materials to the top, mainly card, but not always. And so these two channels of the Berlin Card Yard and Narrow Gauge Island do fit into each other. So thank you very much for your interest and have a nice day. Bye!